Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the 2023 Aviation Scholarship Awards ceremony, followed by the banquet. We'll have a lot more words to say at that point. I am Bob Kraus. I'm the Dean of the John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences, and it's a wonderful job. It's a wonderful place to be and a great place to go to school. We have a number of donors that are with us tonight that have given contributions for these scholarships, and if you've been with us over the years, it is a long ceremony, but we've done our best to try and shorten things up and speed things up so that we can then get to the dinner and enjoy things. To kick things off, initially, I do want to recognize and welcome our president, President Andy Armacost.
With his forewarning, I took the shortcut up. I didn't go all the way to the stairs because we're moving quick. Well, it's a thrill to be here, and this is the run-up to commencement. It's the run-up to summertime. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate what is true excellence within our aviation program, and to welcome all of you here. How many people, it's your first time into this building? Yeah, so welcome. Pretty amazing. It was students who decided to make this place happen, and it's students who fund it. So this is an amazing memorial union. Of course, memorial meaning that it recognizes those who have served in our nation's armed forces. And in particular, on the second floor, over on the other side, which you'll see later, there's a display that will fill in this spring that focuses on those who lost their lives in service to the nation. And let me ask, how many veterans do we have in the room? A bunch. How about a round of applause for all of their service? Well, we're certainly proud of our students, and today is a day to honor them and to recognize them with scholarships and other recognition. And again, as we head into commencement, I can think of no better way, no better celebratory way than to celebrate A, commencement in 3 weeks, and B, the arrival of spring here in Grand Forks, whenever it gets here. But I'm truly honored to be part of this. Thanks to Dean Kraus and his whole faculty and staff who lead the programs that your sons and daughters and friends and nieces and nephews and whoever you're celebrating today take part in. So thanks to them for their leadership. How about a round of applause for them? And why all the clapping? Because it's good for the soul, and you get Apple Watch steps counted every time you clap. So enjoy the evening. I know we have a big luncheon, or not luncheon, a dinner event here afterwards, and we'll get on with the show. So thanks so much. It's a delight to see all of you.
Thank you, President Armacost. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce two outstanding faculty members that will be reading the scripts for us tonight. And so it's Brandon Wild and Nathan Eiseminger.
All right, my first announcement before we start is out of respect for our donors and scholarship recipients, please remain seated for the duration of the ceremony. So once we award the final scholarship, everyone will be able to meet your students in the lobby to celebrate. And thanks in advance for honoring that request. So our first scholarship of the evening to award is our Seymour, or Cy Robin Foundation Aviation Scholarship. Cy and his late wife, Betty Robin, have been amazing benefactors to UND Aerospace for many years. Our newest building, Robin Hall, was made possible by their generosity. However, last year, Cy made another impactful gift to UND Aerospace by creating a unique scholarship that covers all expenses related to tuition and flight training for an incoming student to the University of North Dakota. The scholarship is given to an incoming freshman and is set to follow the student through their 4-year degree program, as long as they remain in academic good standing. Over the course of 4 years, the scholarship is valued at over $130,000. Here to present the Seymour Robin Foundation Aviation Scholarship is our 2022 recipient, Ethan Matthews. And our 2023 Seymour Robin Foundation Aviation Scholarship recipient is Zoe Bundy. Zoe, please join us on stage. Zoe is currently a senior at Fargo Davies High School and will be coming to UND in the fall to study commercial aviation. We had nearly 100 applications submitted for this scholarship, and after interviewing 9 finalists, Zoe was selected based on her passion for aviation, community service outreach, and dedication to her scholastic endeavors. Now, we brought Zoe here tonight under false pretenses that we were going to recognize a different scholarship that she received from the North Dakota Aviation Association. So this is a surprise to her as well. We also understand that Zoe has her senior prom this evening down in Fargo. So if you have to leave early, that first announcement does not apply to you. So we totally understand. So congratulations, Zoe, and we look forward to having you at UND next year. Thank you. In 1956, Dr. Clifford Barber and his son Cliff collaborated with the Flight Safety Foundation to establish the Laura Tabor Barber Air Safety Award in memory of Laura Tabor Barber, who died in a plane crash in 1945. The Laura Tabor Barber Air Safety Foundation Scholarship was established in 2019 to support students pursuing an aviation career. The scholarship grants are awarded to students who are committed to aviation careers and whose academic achievements are indicative of future advancement into leadership of the industry. The Laura Tabor Barber Air Safety Foundation Scholarship is awarded to an aviation student who are nominated by their professors for their commitment to a career in aviation, scholastic excellence indicative of success in the future, strong interest in and aptitude for safety, and strong character, professionalism, and integrity. With this recognition, students join a strong network of high-achieving colleagues and leaders in the industry as Barber Scholars. This is awarded to aviation students who are nominated by the professors for the commitment to aviation. Jessica Brunder, our 2022 Barber Scholar, is here on behalf of the foundation to present the awards. Our first award winner is John Dulski. John is a senior from Washington, majoring in aviation safety and operations. And our second recipient is Ryan Peen. And Ryan is a senior also from Washington, double majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations. Ryan and John were instrumental in establishing our new peer support program, Uplift, here at UND, as well as they will both be representing UND in Washington, D.C. as finalists in the FAA Data Challenge competition in June. Congratulations, John and Ryan. All right. So now we're going to get started. So with the rest of the awards. So we have shortened the scholarship descriptions that we read to save time because, as Dr. Krause said, we have a lot of scholarships and a lot of folks who have really been contributing, and that's just wonderful. So more information on each scholarship is in the program booklet if you'd like to read about that. All right. Our next award is the Hans Allness Memorial Scholarship. Hans Allness was very involved with weather modification in Fargo and passed away in an aircraft accident on December 1st, 2016. This scholarship is given to a student who is interested in weather modification. This year's recipient is Kaito Kanazawa. Kaito is a senior from Okinawa, Japan, majoring in commercial aviation. He is currently working towards his CFI certificates and giving back to the community that fostered his interest in aviation. Kaito enjoys playing guitar. Congratulations, Kaito.
Our next award is the Airline Pilots Association Scholarship. This scholarship is provided by the Airlines Pilots Association and is awarded to a commercial aviation major with high academic achievement and who is a member of the UND ALPA ACE Club. This year's recipient is Nicholas Hamilton. Nick is not here. He's a junior from Houston, Texas, majoring in commercial aviation. He's an active member of Alpha Eta Rho, ALPA ACE, and SAMA. Nick enjoys golfing, aviation photography, and has a goal to land an airplane on every single continent one day.
All right, our next award is the Maxie Anderson Memorial. The Maxie Anderson Memorial Scholarship is sponsored in memory of Maxie Anderson, a UND graduate and famous balloonist who passed away in 1983. The award is given to students who have shown outstanding leadership and service to the aviation department. And this year's winner is Sonia Karner. Sonia is a senior enrolled in the commercial aviation helicopter program. She is originally from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Sonia is the president of the UND Helicopter Association and is also involved in ASOP, Women in Aviation, and the Aerospace Mentorship Program. She plans to pursue a commercial career flying EMS rescue helicopters. Congratulations, Sonia.
Next is the Rudy Andrews Aviation Endowment. The Rudy Andrews Aviation Endowment honors his lifelong career in aviation and his desire to see the UND aviation program excel. In 1954 graduate of UND, Rudy Andrews launched a career with Eastern Airlines, retiring as a captain 30 years later in 1988. This year's recipient is Mateo Garcia. Mateo is a junior from Downers Grove, Illinois, double majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aircraft systems. He is the director of programming for the Student Aerospace Advisory Council. Mateo was the UND Housing resident assistant at the Aviation Living Learning Community.
Our next award is the Robert Bollinger III Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Robert Bollinger, an air traffic control major from Irvine, California, who passed away in March 1999. It is given to a student involved in the air traffic control program. This year's recipient is Tanner Lynn. Tanner is a junior from Chino, California, majoring in air traffic management with a minor in cybersecurity. He has recently started working as a teaching assistant for air traffic management courses. Congratulations, Tanner.
Next is the Robert J. Breckner Scholarship. A 1986 graduate of UND with a degree in aviation administration, Robert J. Breckner was also a member of the 1985 flying team that earned UND its first national championship. Bob and his teammates were inaugural inductees in the UND Aerospace Hall of Fame. This year's recipient is Patrick Keating. Patrick is a junior from London, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations. He is a member of the aerobatic team and enjoys working at the VR lab in Odegard Hall.
Our next award is the Wilbur E. Brewer Memorial Endowment. This endowment was established in honor and memory of Wilbur E. Brewer. Wilbur Brewer was a lifelong farmer and rancher near Bowman, North Dakota. Because of the frequent occurrence of devastating hailstorms on his land, Wilbur formed his own company, Weather Modification Incorporated, to develop and conduct airborne cloud seeding operations. This cloud seeding project continues today over western North Dakota as the longest-running hail suppression program in the world. This year's recipient is Jay Wiseman. Jay is a junior from Woodridge, Illinois, majoring in commercial aviation. He enjoys meteorology and is hoping to do some storm chasing this summer. Congratulations, Jay.
Next, we have several names for the Building Dreams Aviation Scholarship. This scholarship is provided by 4 UND Aerospace graduates: Terrence Hartsfield, who works for United Airlines, Eric Scott and Eric Poole, who work for JetBlue, and Larry Tillman, who works for American Eagle. First is Eliana Cordova. Eliana is a senior from Houston, Texas, majoring in commercial aviation with a minor in atmospheric sciences. She is a member of UND's EAA chapter, Latino Pilots Association, OBAP, and SAMA.
Our next award winner for this scholarship is Jordan Jupong. Jordan is a senior from Mount Vernon, New York, majoring in commercial aviation. Jordan has a passion for aviation at a young age and has continued sharing his passion with others in the community. He is a founding member of the Organization of Black Aerospace Collegiate chapter at UND. Congratulations, Jordan.
Next is Evan Vinole. Evan is a senior from Temecula, California, majoring in commercial aviation with a business aviation specialization as well as Spanish. He is one of the founding members of the UND chapter of the Latino Pilots Association and serves as the current president.
Our next award is the Jim Bunkie Aviation Award. This award is sponsored by Jim Bunkie, who is a UND Aviation alumnus and member of the UND Alumni Advisory Board and Regional Vice President at Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation. This award is given to a student who has an interest in aircraft sales and marketing. This year's recipient is David Mansky. David is a freshman commercial aviation and aviation management double major from Glen Ellen, Illinois. David is a member of Alpha Ace, where he serves on the education committee and hopes to compete with the UND aerobatics team this summer. Congratulations, David.
Next is the Levi Chase Memorial Scholarship. The Levi Chase Memorial Scholarship is given to a student pursuing a degree in commercial aviation. This year's recipient is Marin Kenward. Marin is a freshman from Mankato, Minnesota. She is majoring in both commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations. In addition to aviation, she is involved in music at UND.
Okay, our next award is the Paul and Francis Crow Scholarship. This endowment was established through the Paul and Francis Crow Trust. Paul was one of the original Dirty 30 pilots when FedEx was founded in 1972. He was a World War II veteran and U.S. Navy aviator. Paul retired from FedEx in 1995 and died in 2003. His wife, Frances, died in 2009. Their daughter, Pat, was a 20-year FedEx employee and initiated the scholarship concept to honor her parents. Pat died in 2013. We have 13 recipients. Our first recipient is Vishal Baitaya. Vishal is from Bakersfield, California. He is majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management. Vishal is a Marine veteran. And let's hold our applause to the end just because we have so many people. So I just think it'd be easier. So.
Next is Avery Eichsenberger. Avery is a freshman from Boise, Idaho, majoring in commercial aviation and English. She participates in clubs on campus such as Women in Aviation and NGPA and is currently working on starting her own business.
Next recipient is Ben Hiskin. Ben is a junior from Wilmer, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member in the Minnesota Army National Guard and is also involved in UND Chi Alpha.
Next is Taylor Johns. Taylor is a sophomore from Truckee, California, majoring in commercial aviation. He's an active member of both the ALPA ACE Club as well as the Student Aviation Management Association, where he serves as the travel director.
Aiden Lally. Aiden from Olympia, Washington is a senior majoring in commercial aviation. He serves as a student ambassador with the Aerospace Dean's Office and Director of Industry Relations and a council member with the Student Aviation Advisory Council.
Quinn McCarroll. Quinn is a sophomore from Eagle, Colorado, majoring in commercial aviation. Quinn is an active member of Alpha Sigma Pi, as well as the student curling team, the Red Lobsters.
Allie Moses. Allie is a freshman from Thompson, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation. She is an active member of the Women in Aviation and Aviation Education Student Outreach Program. She plans on becoming a helicopter emergency service pilot in the Rocky Mountains.
Next is Lucas Nitschke. Lucas is a fourth year from Judd, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aircraft systems. He is active in Chi Alpha Ministries.
Cody Olski. Cody is a junior from Nakusa, Wisconsin, majoring in commercial aviation. He's an active member in the North Dakota Student Association and the SAC Student Mentorship Program.
Austin Pierce. Austin is a junior from Huntington, Ohio, majoring in commercial aviation with a minor in entrepreneurship. He's involved on campus, having spent time as a SAAC mentor, a tutor for the Aerospace Learning Center, an ARH housing representative, and a member of the Dakota Venture Group.
And Kaylin Wachi. Kaylin is a junior from the island of Kauai, majoring in commercial aviation, aviation safety and operations, and communication. He is an active member of the Student Aerospace Advisory Council, the Professional Asian Pilots Association, and the UND Japanese Cultural Association. Congratulations to all the recipients.
You guys go to that end.
You got it.
Come to the middle. Thank you.
Next is the Ken Dahlberg EAA Chapter 25 Aviation Scholarship. Ken Dahlberg was a pilot for over 70 years. Ken learned to fly in the Army Air Corps during World War II, flying P-51s and P-47s. He continued flying until his early 90s. Ken and Betty Dahlberg have always believed that supporting education strengthens society. The Experimental Aircraft Association Chapter 25 was the first EAA chapter in Minnesota and the 25th to start nationally. The chapter started in 1956, and its first president, Bert Sisler, is still an active member. This year's recipient is Megan Dollerup. Megan is a freshman from the Twin Cities area in Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. She is a member of Women in Aviation and works part-time on campus.
All right, our next award is the Matthew and Alyssa Dutzer Family Aviation Scholarship. And to present the award, we have John and Kathy Dutzer, Matthew Dutzer, and Liam Dutzer. The Matthew and Alyssa Dutzer Family Aviation Scholarship is awarded to a student majoring in commercial aviation. This year's recipient is Beth Ann Weltmer. Beth Ann is a wife and mother of 7 children. For a long time, she has thought of a career in flying. And after 20 years as an RID certified sign language interpreter, she is transitioning to a career as a helicopter pilot. Congratulations, Beth Ann.
The Ellendale Flying Club Scholarship. The Ellendale Flying Club Scholarship Endowment was created by the Ellendale Flying Club of Ellendale, North Dakota, to provide scholarships to aviation students with a preference to those from North Dakota. This year's recipient is Ian Indovina. Ian is currently a freshman majoring in commercial aviation. He has become active in the UND Newman Center and the UND Swing Dance Club.
All right, our next award is the Captain Donald R. Emerson Aviation Award Endowment. And presenting the award is Don and Gwen Emerson. Donald's niece, Sandra Merrill, and her husband, Ted, from Maryland, have established the Captain Donald R. Emerson Aviation Award Endowment to honor this courageous fighter pilot who gave his life for his country. He was raised in Minnesota, adjoining Kitson County. He enlisted in the Army after graduation, where he was a fighter pilot during the Battle of the Bulge. He was shot down on Christmas Day, 1944, dying at the age of 21. He received the Distinguished Flying Cross, one of the Air Corps' highest decorations. And this year's recipient is Kenneth Bond. Kenneth is a senior from Brooksville, Florida, majoring in UAS and aviation safety and operations. He looks forward to pursuing a career as a drone operator. Congratulations, Kenneth.
"50 Years of Excellence Endowment. This scholarship is presented to a freshman or sophomore student majoring in aviation that has demonstrated dedication and passion for aviation, exemplifies the culture of the Odegard School, and is considered a rising star by faculty. This scholarship was established in part by the UND Aerospace Alumni Advisory Board. The UND Aerospace Alumni Advisory Board consists of over 50 graduates who work to support and promote the John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences. These volunteers play a part in the advancement of the program by advising faculty on current industry practices and upcoming issues. The AAAB also sponsors the 50 Years of Excellence Scholarship to help outstanding underclassmen attain their goals. This year's recipient is Dylan Strub. Dylan is a sophomore from Colorado Springs, Colorado, majoring in unmanned aircraft systems and commercial aviation. Dylan is an Eagle Scout, an active member in his community, and enjoys all things outdoors.
Our next award is the James and Louise Fingerson Aviation Endowment. The James and Louise Fingerson Aviation Endowment was established by the late James and Louise Fingerson to benefit students majoring in aviation within the John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences. And this year's award winner is Alec Misowitz. Alec Misowitz. Alec is a sophomore from Duluth, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation, currently a member of the First Generation College Student Club. After graduating from UND, Alec hopes to travel the world with his career in aviation. Congratulations.
5 Main Ingredients Aviation Scholarship. Dan Fluke, Timothy Miskovich, and Anthony Ward established the 5 Main Ingredients Aviation Scholarship to provide scholarships to aviation students working at UND Flight Operations, Aviation Department, Dean's Office, or Student Services. This year's recipient is Michaela Getz. Michaela is a sophomore from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic control and business management. She's an active member in the Student Air Traffic Control Association, Women in Aviation, and Alpha Pi.
All right, our next award is the Fran Fox Aviation Award. The Fran Fox Aviation Endowment honors a longtime supporter of UND and the Aviation Department. Ernie Fox Sr. was instrumental in assisting the newly formed Aviation Department in 1968 by donating 2 Cessna 150s for student flight training. And we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient is Kaylee McLean. Kaylee is a senior from Rosemount, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in English. She is currently an aerospace mentor as well as founder for the Campus Literature Club. And our second award winner is Caitlin Rayhawk. Caitlin is a junior from Williston, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations with a certificate in German. Katie is an executive member of NGPA and a section leader within UND's Wind Ensemble. Congratulations to both of our recipients.
Joseph and Catherine Fritsch Memorial Scholarship. Joe and Kay were born in the Badlands of North Dakota in the 1920s. In 1926, Kay's family moved to the Pacific Northwest, with Joe's family following 10 years later. When Joe graduated, he enrolled in the Eugene, Oregon Vocational School's new aviation department, where he earned a degree in aviation engine maintenance. His first job was at Boeing, assembling the 41 section of the B-17. In 1943, 22 years after their first meeting in the North Dakota Badlands, Joe and Kay were married. This year's recipient is Rebecca Briest. Becca is a junior from West Fargo, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation with a minor in Spanish. She is a member of Gamma Pi Beta, ALPA ACE, and currently serves on the executive board as Secretary of Women in Aviation.
All right, our next award is the Todd and Jan Gierke Scholarship, and our presenters are Todd and Jan Gierke. Todd Gierke and Jan Bexel Gierke recently established the Todd and Jan Gierke Aviation Scholarship Endowment. Todd received his Bachelor of Science degree from UND in 1988. He is a pilot for Delta Airlines. Jan graduated from the UND School of Medicine and Health Sciences in 1990 and is an OBGYN at Essentia Health. And we have two recipients this year. And our first recipient is Jacob Helvik, and he is absent. He's at a Civil Air Patrol Award ceremony, but Jake is a sophomore from Elko, Newmarket, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. Jake is an active member of UND's Pride of the North Marching Band and its various pep bands. He plans to fly for a major U.S. airline and hopefully for the Air National Guard after graduation. And our second recipient is Peyton Crum. Peyton is a freshman from Del Rapids, South Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation. She is an active member of Aviation Education Student Outreach Program, as well as the chaplain of her sorority, Kappa Delta. Congratulations to both recipients.
Next is the Daniel J. Gish Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is sponsored in memory of Dan Gish, a UND aviation student who was pursuing a career as a commercial pilot. Dan died suddenly from a bacterial infection on August 21st, 1991. This year's recipient is Jefferson White. Jefferson is a commercial aviation and air traffic management student from Madison, Wisconsin. When he is not flying or studying, he is working either full-time at UPS or giving tours in the dean's office.
Our next award is the Scott Greenan Memorial Aviation Scholarship Endowment. The Scott Greenan Aviation Scholarship Endowment is given by Sue Kerberg in memory and honor of her husband to provide scholarships to an aviation student who is pursuing a career in aviation or an aviation-related field. Recipients must also be motivated, hardworking, and dedicated young people who exemplify the high principles and determination demonstrated by Scott Greenan. And our recipient this year is Connor Rolfe. Connor is a junior from Zimmerman, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. Aviation is Connor's ultimate passion, but he is also an accomplished percussionist, and he has enjoyed several years with the UND Pride of the North Marching Band, UND Drumline, and UND Hockey Bands. Congratulations, Connor.
Next is the Kevin Grays Insurance EAA Chapter 25 Scholarship. Kevin was raised in southwest Minnesota in a small farming community and began his career in the insurance industry with MSI Insurance in 1980. His interest in aviation started early in life watching crop dusters. He obtained his pilot's license and then acquired Aircraft and Marine Insurance Agency Incorporated in 1982. This year's recipient is James Burns. James is a freshman from Forest Lake, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He's an honors student as well as working as a resident assistant. James' dream job is to be a fly-in pilot and guide for remote hunting and fishing trips.
All right, our next award is the Jared Herndon Scholarship. Jared is a 2008 graduate of the Odegard School and currently is a Boeing 757-767 first officer for Delta Airlines. Jared is grateful for the scholarships he received as a student and wants to assist others in following their dreams within the aerospace field. This year's recipient is Alexander Sparks. Alex is a freshman from Northfield, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He enjoys playing sports and flying. His dream is to become an airline pilot one day. Congratulations, Alex.
Next is the Len and Margaret Hoffman Aviation Scholarship. Presenting on their behalf is Brandon Wild. This scholarship is awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior pursuing an aviation-related degree at the Odegard School or the Nisler College of Business and Public Administration. This year's recipient is Arturo Zaragoza. Arturo is from Los Angeles, majoring in unmanned aerial systems. He is an active member in Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps and a member of the Rocket Club at UND.
All right, our next award is the Donald and Cheryl Johnston Aviation Scholarship. The Donald and Cheryl are here, but they're going to stay down there, but I would like to recognize that they're here. So thank you very much for your endowment. The UND Foundation shall distribute allocations from this fund each year for one or more scholarships for aviation students studying at the John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences. And this year's recipient is Carter Sandin. Carter is a junior from Fargo, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation. He is currently working on his private helicopter rating in his first year at UND, and after graduating, he plans to become a CFI at UND. Congratulations, Carter.
Thank you. The General Mohammed Cabbage Memorial Scholarship Endowment. This endowment was established through the UND Foundation by Richard D. McCahon from Arlington, Virginia, in honor and memory of his great friend, General Mohammed Cabbage, one of the most brilliant men of modern day. Cabbage was born in Fez, Morocco, visited UND Aerospace, and became familiar with a variety of aircraft. He was a member of the Royal Moroccan Air Force and saved the life of His Majesty, King Hassan, the Moroccan ruler. When General Cabbage died, the King of Morocco declared a national day of mourning as Cabbage was buried with the highest national honors. There are multiple recipients. The first one is Catherine Barnes. Catherine is a freshman from Beaufort, North Carolina, double majoring in air traffic management and history, as well as pursuing a minor in music. She is an active member of the Student Air Traffic Controllers Association, the F Word, Wind Ensemble, and Pride of the North. Cameron Oliver. Cameron is a freshman from Savage, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He's actively involved with the Wilderness Pilots Association and the St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Newman Center. Jinryol Park. Jinryol is a junior student from South Korea, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management. Rassam Shaley. Rassam is a junior from Rochester, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and double minoring in atmospheric sciences and space studies. She loves aerobatic flying and enjoys surfing the clouds. Congratulations to all. Stay right there.
All right, our next award is the Annette Lynn Klosterman Memorial Aviation Scholarship Endowment, and presenting the award is Jim and Jan Klosterman.
The Annette Klosterman Memorial Aviation Endowment was established by us along with our son Peter in loving memory of our daughter Annette. Annette was born and raised in Seattle. Like many of the recipients here this evening, Annette became interested in flight at a very early age. She began flying lessons at Boeing Field in Seattle at the age of 16. She earned her private pilot's license during the fall of her senior year of high school. Annette enrolled at the University of North Dakota in the fall of 2003. She earned additional pilot ratings for both complex and multi-engine aircraft, as well as her commercial and instrument ratings. She then proceeded to earn her CFI, CFII, and MEI ratings. She was well on her way of achieving her childhood dream of flying with Alaska Airlines.
At the beginning of her junior year, in August of 2005, she was hired as a part-time flight instructor, Out of 220 plus applicants, only 33 were hired, and Annette was only one of 3 women hired at that time. She became very well known among her fellow flight instructors and students alike for her dedication and willingness to take whatever time necessary to make sure that her students excelled. The thought of one of her students not excelling was not an acceptable option to Annette. She was also very well known for her ever-present smile and spontaneous laughter that echoed throughout the halls of flight ops. Although not a gifted student, Annette was blessed with a desire to be the very best she could possibly be, whether in the classroom or the skies. This was done with sheer determination, endless hours of study and preparation on her part. She graduated in May of 2007 with a 4.0 GPA. with a 4.0 GPA in commercial aviation with a minor in economics. Following graduation, Annette became a full-time flight instructor as she
Annette became a full-time flight instructor as she built up the necessary hours of flight time to apply with Horizon Airlines to start her commercial flying career. In the fall of 2007, Annette was teaching 5 multi-engine students. On October 23rd, only 5 months following graduation, Annette and her student Adam Ostapenko were killed on the return leg of a night cross-country flight from St. Paul when their plane collided with a flock of geese. The following quote about Annette that was recounted at her memorial service summarizes her UND flying philosophy. No matter how long your day is, or unfortunately how short your day becomes due to maintenance, weather, or being winded, as she liked to call it, you should always walk out with a smile because we do what we love.
Over the last 15 years, it has been a joy for us to observe past scholarship recipients' success in their chosen aviation field. Several are flying for either the regional or major airlines as captain or first officers, piloting Airbus, Embraer, and Boeing aircraft. Another pursues her passion flying a bush plane on floats in Alaska. With the need for speed, another past recipient flies an F-16 for the Air Force, while another pilots a Boeing 777 for FedEx. There is another who flies for FlexJets, an FAA investigator, and one who, after working for NASA, now designs satellites at MIT. We are proud of them all.
Allocations from this endowment will be used to provide an annual scholarship to a woman enrolled in the aviation program. Qualified recipients must exemplify the same passion, quest for excellence, dedication, and work ethic as Annette did towards the pursuit of an aviation career.
This year's recipient is Caroline Kelly. Caroline is a third-year student from Lakeville, Minnesota, who is majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations. She is the safety officer for the UND flying team and a member of Chapter 380 of the Experimental Aircraft Association. Caroline also enjoys traveling and cannot wait to see where her future takes her. Congratulations, Caroline.
Thank you, Jim and Jan. Next is the Kurt Kriedman CFI Scholarship. Presenting is Nick Chaplin and Jim and Beth Fritz. This scholarship seeks to identify those that will continuously try to be the best instructor they can while encouraging students and other instructors around them to pursue excellence. This year's recipient is Devin Graves. Devin is a senior from Seattle, Washington, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in atmospheric sciences. He had a passion for aviation since before he can remember and is a competitor on the UND Aerobatics team. He loves aviation history and plans to someday fly warbirds in air shows.
All right, our next award is the Steve and Melissa Coleman Aviation Scholarship. The Steve and Melissa Coleman Aviation Scholarship is provided by the Colemans. Both are 1989 graduates of UND. Steve graduated with a bachelor's degree in business and majored in aviation. He was a flight instructor for UND from 1986 to 1990 and has logged over 4,500 hours of flight time. He has a great passion for flying and credits his success to the University of North Dakota. This year's recipient is Jaden Yeager, and Jaden is absent tonight. Jaden is a junior from Fargo, North Dakota, pursuing a degree in aviation management. Something he would like to do in the near future is to train for his seaplane rating.
Next is the Leininger Family Aviation Scholarship Endowment. Lynn and Shirley Leininger of Williston, North Dakota, established the Leininger Family Aviation Scholarship Endowment to support the academic endeavors of students passionate about flight. Lynn's love of aviation began at a young age and has passed on to his children and grandchildren. The recipient tonight is Lauren Kern. Lauren is a junior from Lakeville, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic management, minoring in atmospheric sciences, and obtaining an aviation safety specialization.
All right, our next award is the Mock Aviation Scholarship, and presenting this award is Lisa Rudy. The Mock Aviation Scholarship was created by a group of female aviation alumni to financially support female aviation students, and we have 2 recipients this year. Our first recipient is Kayla Sobolik. Kayla is a junior from Devils Lake, North Dakota, double majoring in commercial aviation with a specialization in business aviation and aviation safety and operations. She is an active member of Women in Aviation, Aviation Safety Association, and enjoys participating in community events on and off campus. And our second recipient is Alexis Woolham. Alexis is a sophomore from Canby, Minnesota, majoring in aviation safety and operations. She is an active member in the Women in Aviation Club, Aviation Safety Association, Wilderness Pilots Association, UND Flying Team, and Student Hall Government. Congratulations to both recipients.
The Roger G. Martin Scholarship for Aviation Management. Presenting is Larry Martin. Nope. The Roger G. Martin Scholarship is given to one or more students majoring in aviation management. This year's recipient is Madison White. Madison is a sophomore from Devils Lake, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management. She currently holds a private pilot's license and is working on an instrument rating.
All right, our next award is the Dean and Glenda May Scholarship. The Dean and Glenda May Aviation Scholarship was established by Dean May to provide scholarship support to aviation majors with a preference for those interested in a military career following graduation. And this year's recipient is Brett Lena. Brett is a senior from Bradley, South Dakota, majoring in aviation safety and management. He is an active member of Air Force ROTC and is preparing to commission as an officer in the Air Force this upcoming year. Congratulations, Brett.
The Muse Family Scholarship. This scholarship goes to an aviation student at the Odegard School and will be awarded on an annual rotating basis between flight majors and non-flight majors. This year's award goes to a flight major, Matthew Truax. He is absent at ROTC training. Matthew is from Erie, North Dakota, is a junior majoring in helicopter commercial aviation, UAS, medium and high altitude. He is a contacted cadet working toward becoming an Army officer.
All right, our next award is the Newby Fort Aviation Scholarship Endowment. The Newby Fort Aviation Scholarship Endowment was established by Jill Newby as a means to support and encourage female students to enter the commercial airline pilot profession. Jill is with United Airlines and resides in Manhattan Beach, California. And this year's winner is Sophia Camille. Sophia is a freshman from Woodbury, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and French. Her dream is to be a commercial airline pilot flying international routes. Congratulations, Sophia.
Next is the John D. Odegard Scholarship. James C. Ray, on behalf of the Ray Foundation, established the John D. Odegard Aviation Flight Scholarship with a $1.5 million endowment. This is one of the largest academic endowments given to a public institution for aviation scholarships. We have 12 recipients. We'll hold our applause till the end. The first recipient is Mario Aracho, who is absent at work tonight. Mario is a junior from Andover, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic control with a minor in philosophy. He is president of the Student Air Traffic Controllers Association, a SAAC mentor, and SAAC liaison.
Our next recipient is Gregory Burry. Gregory is a junior from Elk River, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He is a member of the Pride of the North Marching Band and drumline at UND.
Next is Ryan Carey. Ryan is a junior from Walkersville, Maryland, majoring in unmanned aircraft systems. He's an active member of Air Force ROTC and hopes to fly for the Air Force upon graduating.
I think so. Hello, did this go? Yep. Okay. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Next is Talon Hacker. Talon Hacker. Talon is a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, majoring in commercial aviation and airport management. He has been an active member of the UND flying team for the past 2 years.
Jared Hoffman. Jared is a junior from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, majoring in commercial aviation with a specialization in business. He plans on flight instructing at UND after graduation and is pursuing a career in the cargo industry.
All right, next is Erjan Jagada. Erjan is a sophomore from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, majoring in commercial aviation, aviation safety and operations, and aviation management. He's busy. He currently serves as the Director of Student Outreach for the Student Aerospace Advisory Council, President of the Aviation Safety Association, and Vice President of the Student Aviation Management Association. Erjan is also works as an aerospace ambassador and is the official photographer for UND Aerospace.
Eva Kimball. Eva is a junior, originally from Glenwood, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management. She is an active member of the Women in Aviation chapter and 99's chapter. After graduation, she intends to be hired by an airline.
Julianne Lohr. Julianne is a junior from Ann Arbor, Michigan, double majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aircraft systems. She is an officer for Women in Aviation, the secretary for the Student Aerospace Advisory Council, and is an Uplift peer supporter.
Ian McAllister. Ian is a junior from Denver, majoring in commercial aviation. He is the communications director for the Airline Pilots Association Club and the president of the Ultimate Frisbee Club.
Kobe Pimentel. Kobe is a junior from Kailua, Hawaii, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member of UND Weather Update, Professional Asian Pilots Association, and the Wilderness Pilots Association.
Samantha Severnak. Samantha is a junior from St. Cloud, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and business economics. She volunteers as a tutor at the Aerospace Learning Center and has worked in the flight physiology department.
Eaton Wallace. Eaton is a sophomore from Wadsworth, Ohio, majoring in commercial aviation and air traffic management. He is an active member of the Student Air Traffic Controllers Association. Congratulations to all our award winners. All right, our next award is the Gerald K. Olson Memorial Scholarship, and presenting this year is Ryan Riesinger. This award is sponsored by the North Dakota Airport Executives and is given to a student who is majoring in airport administration. And this year's recipient is Todd Mant. Todd is from Bismarck, North Dakota, majoring in airport management. He is also a part of the Air Force ROTC program in the hopes to become an officer. Congratulations, Todd.
The Omega Aviation Scholarship Endowment. The Odegard Mission of Excellence in Global Aviation Scholarship is awarded to aviation students that have demonstrated a passion and aptitude for flight. We have 5 recipients tonight. The first one is Nicole Doheny. Nicole is a junior from Crosby, Pennsylvania, double majoring in commercial aviation, helicopters, and rehabilitation and human services. She is a member of the Wilderness Pilots Association, Helicopter Association, Women in Aviation Association, AOPA, and Whirly Girls Association. Nicole's long-term goal is to work for PHI and fly for offshore oil.
Next, we have Kenneth Fenstermaker. Kenneth is a sophomore from Zimmerman, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and air traffic management. He is an active member of SATCA, SAMA, Alpha Ace, and the Flying Musicians Association.
Zane Gruba. Zane is a sophomore from Enderlin, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation. He enjoys spending time outside with his dog, Sage. Zane plans to stay in Grand Forks all summer to get as much flying done as possible.
Next is Grant Hemberger. Grant is from Foston, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He enjoys working at his job with Delta Airlines in Fargo, North Dakota. He loves traveling and plans to fly for Delta in the future.
Isabella Oliver. Isabella is an aviation major from Salt Lake City, Utah. She is currently a UAS flight instructor and on the leadership team for the UND veterans and military community. Congratulations to all of them.
All right, our next scholarship is the Al and Peg Palmer Scholarship. The Al and Peg Palmer Scholarship is given to a student majoring in UAS with a love for flying. Al Palmer was the previous director of unmanned aircraft systems at the Odegard School. Al passed away in 2021. This year's recipient is Jacob Marin. Jacob is a military veteran from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, double majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aerial vehicles, medium to high. He is an active member of the Aviation Education Student Outreach Program. Congratulations, Jacob.
Ken and Becky Polovitz Student Serving Students Scholarship. Ken Polovitz was the Assistant Dean of the Aerospace Student Success Center. This scholarship is awarded to those who have demonstrated service to fellow students through employment in the Student Success Center, dispatch or flight ops, tour guide, holding volunteer leadership roles in student organizations, or other similar activities. This year's recipient is Julia Raker. Julie is a sophomore from Mill Creek, Washington, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in Spanish. She is an active member of the UND 99s, the Student Aerospace Advisory Council Director of Programming, and the current Vice President of Education for Kappa Alpha Theta.
Our next award is the John R. Putanin Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given to a student that has shown their dedication and desire to become an air traffic controller. And we have 3 recipients. Our first recipient is Andrea Johnson. Andrea is a senior from Maplewood, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic management and minoring in biology. Our second recipient is Mary Thompson. Mary is a junior from Billings, Montana, majoring in air traffic management. She is part of the Air Force ROTC program and enjoys baking and crocheting in her free time. It says 3, but we have 2. Congratulations, ladies.
The Randall Family Aviation Scholarship Endowment. This scholarship was established by Drs. Brian Randall and Mary Kemen. The endowment will provide scholarships for students studying aviation at the University of North Dakota. This year's recipient is Keith Wilson. Keith is a sophomore from Fowler, Indiana, majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aerial systems. He is a member of Delta Epsilon and plans to go to the airlines after school.
All right, our next award is the Deborah K. Reuter Memorial Scholarship, and our presenter is Heather Ryder. This scholarship was established in loving memory of Deborah K. Reuter, mother of Heather Ryder, a 2001 graduate and sales director for Textron Aviation. Debbie lived for her family, and even though it terrified her sometimes, she was so proud of her daughter for pursuing her passion for aviation. Debbie died in September 2016 after a brave battle with breast cancer. This year's recipient is Laura Strandon. Laura is a senior from Yankton, South Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and French with a minor in atmospheric sciences. She is a member of Alpha Eta Rho, Tau Sigma, French Club, and Women in Aviation. After graduation, she hopes to begin a career as a professional pilot. Congratulations, Laura.
The John L. Robertson Jr. Memorial. John L. Robertson was an accomplished pilot who operated the Robertson Flying Service in Langdon, North Dakota. This award is given to students who have demonstrated an allegiance to flying. This year's recipient is Ashley Rodriguez. Ashley is a junior from Fresno, California, majoring in commercial aviation with a business specialization. She's an active member of the Latino Pilots Association and the Veteran and Military Community Student Organization. After graduation, Ashley hopes to flight instruct at UND and eventually be hired as an airline pilot.
All right, our next award is the Jacob Ruth Memorial Scholarship. The Jacob Ruth Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of Jacob, who was a freshman UND student from Orland Park, Illinois. An Army ROTC scholarship applicant, he displayed great passion and enthusiasm for flight. His dream was to fly for the U.S. military. This year's recipient is Maxwell Schimmelfenning. Maxwell is a sophomore from Annandale, Minnesota. He is double majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aircraft systems with minors in international studies and Spanish. After graduating, he hopes to fly internationally for the airlines. Congratulations, Maxwell.
Next is the David Schleisman Aviation Scholarship. Presenting is Terry and Deborah Schleisman. The David Schleisman Memorial Scholarship is in memory of David John Schleisman, a 2008 UND commercial aviation graduate.
The David Schleisman Memorial Scholarship is in memory of our son, David John Schleisman, a 2008 UND commercial aviation graduate. At 4 years old, David began his passion for aviation. He loved watching fighter jets from a nearby Air National Guard base fly over our house in Oregon. By 8 years old, he read every aviation book in the adult section of the public library. While living in northern Alaska, he imagined himself flying one of the many bush planes. During high school in North Dakota, he worked for the Rolla Flying Service just so he could be near airplanes. He first soloed in a Cessna 150 when he was 16 years old, and he earned his private pilot's license once he turned 17. Known for his radiant smile, joy for living, all he ever wanted to do was fly.
David also had a passion for academic excellence. He was high school co-valedictorian and graduated magna cum laude in only 3.5 years from UND's commercial aviation program. He became a flight instructor during his second year at UND and continued instructing for the next 5 years. It was hard to get your hours in back then. He expected excellence from his students, but was also fair, earning the respect of his students and other instructors, having received several instructor awards during this time period.
David began his commercial aviation career with Pinnacle Aviation and then with SkyWest Airlines. On August 9th, 2014, at the age of 27, while on duty in San Antonio, Texas, a tragic fall ended his life. David would want his zest for life, drive for excellence, and passion for aviation to live on by helping other UND commercial aviation students achieve their dreams of flight, which is the purpose of the scholarship.
This year's recipient is William Nelson. William is a sophomore from Mandan, North Dakota. He is majoring in commercial aviation as well as minoring in aviation management. Currently, he is serving his 3rd year in the Army National Guard as of February 21st, 2020.
All right, our next award is the George J. Schrader Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given to a student that has shown their dedication to air traffic control and a love of aviation. We have two recipients. Our first recipient is Catherine Kalsted. Catherine is a junior majoring in air traffic management with a safety specialization and minoring in fine arts. She is a SATCA officer and an Uplift peer supporter. And our second recipient is Nicole Wu. Nicole is a sophomore double majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety. She is the on-campus senator for student government and is currently serving as the secretary of the Student Air Traffic Controllers Association. Congratulations to both of our recipients.
The Paul E. Schweitz Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is in memory of Paul E. Schweitz, a 1981 UND Aviation graduate and flight instructor. Paul died piloting a commuter airliner in a crash caused by carbon monoxide poisoning due to mechanical failure. This year's recipient is Jonathan Myers, who is absent due to ROTC training. Jonathan is a freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, double majoring in high-altitude unmanned aerial systems and commercial aviation helicopter, with a minor in military science. He is an active member of the North Dakota National Guard and cadet in UND's Army ROTC program. After graduating, he plans on flying Apache helicopters for the U.S. Army.
All right, our next award is the Helen and Leonard Selkert Aviation Scholarship, and our presenter for this award is our very own Beth Bierke. This scholarship was established in memory of Helen and Leonard Selkert, grandparents of the Associate Dean of the Odegard School, Beth Bierke. Although neither had the opportunity to pursue a college degree, they both took great pride. Here it goes again. I know, right? There we go. Okay. All right. They both took great pride in their children and grandchildren's accomplishment in education. Professor Bierke had the opportunity to take her then nearly 80-year-old grandparents up in a UND aircraft. The excitement they displayed on that flight, especially after Helen got to take the controls of the airplane for a few minutes, is a cherished memory. All right, we have two recipients this year. Our first recipient is Lauren Glennon. Lauren is a sophomore from Brookfield, Massachusetts, majoring in commercial aviation. She is an active dispatcher at UND Aerospace and is a member of Women in Aviation. And our second recipient is Jenna Westfall. Jenna is a sophomore majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in Spanish at Atmospheric Sciences. She is from Holmen, Wisconsin. Jenna is a member of the UND chapter of Women in Aviation and also the Students for Sustainability Club. Congratulations to both our recipients.
The Les Joyce Severance Aviation Award. The Les Joyce Severance Aviation Award is sponsored by Les Severance, one of the first faculty members who helped found the UND Aviation program, and his wife, Joyce. This year's recipient is Jonathan Rodriguez. Jack is a senior from Castle Rock, Colorado, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member of the Delta Tau Delta fraternity and has also been a member of the Aviation Safety Association. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the Bruce A. Smith Aerospace Scholarship. The Bruce A. Smith Aerospace Scholarship Endowment was established to commemorate Bruce Smith's retirement as Dean of the Odegard School. Our recipient this year is Spencer Runnigan. Spencer is a freshman from Dagmar, Montana, majoring in unmanned aircraft systems. Throughout his life, Spencer has involved himself in many leadership activities, such as FFA, FBLA, and 4-H. After his freshman year, Spencer hopes to intern at the Northrop Grumman factory as a drone test pilot. Congratulations, Spencer.
Martin and Doris Spargo Aviation Award. The Martin and Doris Spargo Aviation Award is sponsored by Martin Spargo, a past faculty member of the aviation department. This award is given to a student who is working towards obtaining a flight instructor certificate with an instrument rating. We have two recipients this year. First is Eiku Hayashi. Eiku is a student from New York. He currently majors in commercial aviation. His dream is to fly internationally as a captain. Second is Sir-hee Park. Sir-hee is a senior from Seoul, South Korea, majoring in commercial aviation, aviation management, and aviation safety. Becoming a pilot has always been her dream since she was 6 years old after seeing the Boeing 747 airplanes at the MSP airport. Congratulations to both.
All right, our next award is the Bryce and June Streibel Aviation Award. The Bryce and June Stribel Aviation Award is sponsored by the Stribel family. Bryce was a longtime Odegard school supporter and state senator from Fessenden, North Dakota. The award is given to a junior or senior student from North Dakota who is of good moral character. And this year's recipient is Josephine Ebertowski. Josephine is a senior from Argusville, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in space studies. She is also a member of the Vets to Wings program. Congratulations, Josephine.
The Student Air Traffic Controllers Association Scholarship Award. This award is given by graduates of the Air Traffic Control program. This award honors deserving air traffic control students who display a positive attitude within the ATC program and also show a drive and willingness to excel at the Odegard School. This year's recipient is Nathan Karnick. Nathan is a junior from Crystal, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic management and minoring in atmospheric sciences. He is an active member of the Student Air Traffic Association.
All right, our next award is the Student Aviation Management Association Scholarship. The Student Aviation Management Association promotes professionalism within and throughout the industry by creating and maintaining relationships with organizations, alumni, and students. One way SAMA supports these goals is by providing this scholarship to a student pursuing a degree in an aviation-related field at UND. We have two winners of this award. Our first winner is Brandon Bussey. Brandon is a freshman from Castle Rock, Colorado, majoring in commercial aviation. He's an active member and a committee director for the Alpha Ace Club, along with being a member of SAMA and ASA. And our second winner is Brendan Kelly. Brendan is a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Brendan grew up in a large family that has always supported him from afar. Brendan is an active member in SAMA and organized the SAMA conference for the spring of 2023. Congratulations to Brandon and Brendan.
The Lowell and Marjorie Swenson Aviation Endowment. This award is sponsored by the Swenson family, longtime supporters of UND. Lowell was an Air Force pilot and successful businessman. His many accomplishments include founding Mesaba Airlines, Northwest Airlines Airlink, and Arctic Enterprises, producers of Arctic Cat snowmobiles in Thief River Falls, Minnesota. This year's recipient is Samuel Dyrud. Samuel is a junior from Thief River Falls, Minnesota, majoring in air traffic management. He is a member of the Student Air Traffic Controllers Association. After graduation, Samuel hopes to increase his aviation experience by becoming an air traffic control associate or working at his local airport before he goes to the FAA Academy in Oklahoma. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the David Talashe Memorial Scholarship. David was the first pilot to fly 21 combat missions over Germany, Austria, and Czechoslovakia. In July 2007, he flew his B-17 to an air show where he was honored as the last World War II combat pilot still flying one of these rare vintage aircraft. This year's recipient is Carter Matushik. Carter is a first-year student from San Diego, majoring in commercial aviation. He is a current pledge for the Kappa Sigma fraternity and a member of SAMA and ASA. Carter is a devoted student, earning a 4.0 in his first semester at UND while working a part-time job at the James C. Ray Line Support Facility. Carter plans on flying commercial or cargo aircraft after graduation. Congratulations, Carter.
The Stephen Thorpe Aviation Scholarship. This award is given to a student in an aviation-related degree program, with preference given to a first-generation student who exhibits an enthusiasm for flight. This year's recipient is Brandon Straw. Brandon is a sophomore from Farmington, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and economics. He's an active member of the Minnesota Pilots Association, EAA Chapter 1342, and Aviation Business Club. His goal is to someday fly for a major U.S. airline.
Our next award is the Yuki Togo Aviation Scholarship. Toyota Motor Sales USA, Inc. has established the Yuki Togo Aviation Scholarship Endowment within the University of North Dakota Foundation in honor of Mr. Yuki Togo, former president of Toyota Motor Sales USA, Inc., to invest in the ongoing growth and development of UND and its John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences. This year's recipient is Ava McFarland. Ava is a freshman majoring in commercial aviation and is currently in many different clubs and organizations on campus. These organizations include Women in Aviation, Greek Life, she's part of Delta Gamma, recreational volleyball, and more. Ava's future plans include receiving her commercial pilot's license and flying for a major airline. Congratulations, Ava.
Toy Farmer LTD Scholarship. The Toy Farmer LTD Scholarship was established by Catherine Sheeb to provide aviation student scholarships. We have two recipients. First is Zach Palak. Zach is a sophomore from Colorado Springs, majoring in fixed-wing commercial aviation. Zach enjoys exploring the wilderness of Colorado, traveling, flying gliders, riding horses, and helping out with his local EAA chapter. Second is Victor Spaeth. Victor is a sophomore from Onalaska, Wisconsin, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in atmospheric sciences. Victor hopes to one day work with his mother in the airline industry. Congratulations to both.
All right, our next award is the UND Aviation alumni and is recently married. Our second recipient is Stacy Jackson. Stacy is absent tonight, but Stacy is a second-year distance PhD student in the aerospace program. She's an active member of many community outreach groups that focus on encouraging youth to pursue a career in aviation. She's also an active ALPA volunteer that seeks to improve aviation safety through accident investigation, aircraft design, and industry diversity. Our third recipient is Jenny Mulholland. Jenny is a freshman from Alden, Minnesota, majoring in aviation safety and operations. She is part of the Aviation Safety Association, Wilderness Pilots Association, and Women in Aviation. And our fourth recipient is Elsa Parney. Elsa is a freshman from Escanaba, Michigan. She is majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aircraft systems with a minor in leadership. She is a current member of the Women in Aviation chapter here at UND. Congratulations to all our recipients.
The UND Aviation Community Involvement Scholarship. This endowed scholarship was established to provide a scholarship to a student majoring in aviation who demonstrates financial need and satisfactory academic progress who is an active volunteer in the community. This year's recipient is Patrick Cote. Patrick is a sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois, majoring in commercial aviation with specializations in both safety and business aviation. He is an active member in the Student Aviation Management Association, as well as a VR lab monitor and tutor. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the UND Women in Aviation International K. Lawrence Scholarship. The UND Women in Aviation International K. Lawrence Scholarship is given to a member in good standing of the UND Women in Aviation Student Organization. And this year's recipient is Angelica Joven. Angelica is a double major in commercial aviation and aviation management with the career goal of becoming an airline pilot. Congratulations, Angelica.
The Dwight Eric Widsith Memorial. This award is given in memory of Dwight Widsith, a UND aviation freshman who died in 1981. The Grand Forks Control Tower is dedicated in his memory. This award is given to a sophomore who shares Dwight's love of aviation and flying. This year's recipient is Pavel Redig. Pavel is a freshman from Waunakee, Wisconsin, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member of Wilderness Pilots Association and UND Club Hockey. He also works as an intramural hockey referee. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the Steve Williamson Airline Pilot Scholarship. Our presenter tonight is Steve Williamson. It's okay, we'll wait for you, you're fine. We're in no hurry, right? All right, Steve Williamson is a 1984 graduate of UND Aerospace. He is thrilled to offer 2 scholarships to junior or senior students pursuing an airline pilot career. Tonight's recipients, our first one is Alexis Moat. Alexis is a junior from Marshall, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management with a minor in Spanish. She is an active member of Women in Aviation and has served as a student leader in Chi Alpha. And our second recipient is Cooper Woodard. Cooper is a sophomore from Washington State, majoring in commercial aviation. Cooper enjoys spending his free time with friends in the great outdoors. Congratulations, Alexis and Cooper.
The Clara Sherman Yonker Fund. This scholarship is awarded to a senior female student majoring in aviation. This year's recipient is Luna Morena Boada. Luna is a senior majoring in commercial aviation with a certificate in French. She's an active member of Women in Aviation and the Latino Pilot Association. Luna hopes to become a certified flight instructor this summer. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the Dr. Z Scholarship. Dr. Z is a UND graduate and former U.S. Air Force pilot who, during 3 tours in Southeast Asia, flew 225 combat missions and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, 7 Air Medals, and the Republic of Vietnam Cross of Gallantry. This scholarship is awarded to a sophomore, junior, or senior. And this year's award winner is Devin Emslander. Devin is a junior from Brainerd, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in Spanish. He is the current vice president of Alpha Eta Rho and the president of the Student Advisory Board at the UND Newman Center. Congratulations, Devin.
The John Zeman Memorial Scholarship. The John Zeman Memorial Aviation Scholarship is a new fund that was established just before the end of the year. It is a memorial to John Zeman, who is a 2019 graduate of UND with a bachelor's in UAS operations. He and his passenger, Ethan Smith, were killed in a plane crash outside Red Wing Regional Airport on September 6, 2022. His wife, Ashley, is a 2020 graduate of the UND School of Medicine and Health Sciences. This scholarship will be awarded to a UAS major with a preference to a student with prior military experience or a student who comes from a military family. This year's recipient is Amanda Perez. Amanda is a junior studying commercial aviation and aviation management. She's from Ventura, California. Amanda is an active leader on and off campus, as she is the president of the Association of Residence Halls, a UND student government senator, the John D. Odegard School of Aviation student ambassador, and managing director at Dakota Venture Group. Congratulations, Amanda.
All right, our next award is the Fargo Jet Center, Inc. Aviation Award. Fargo Jet Center is a full-service general aviation company in the upper Midwest. Evolving from its sister company, Weather Modification, Inc., this operation offers the region 24-hour service. This year's recipient is Timothy Johnson, who is absent due to Air National Guard drill duty. Timothy is a senior in the commercial aviation program, currently working on a certified flight instructor certificate, and his plans after graduation are to become a fighter pilot for his home unit of the 148th Fighter Wing.
Next is the FedEx Purple Runway Scholarship, for which we have 20 recipients. FedEx Express, a subsidiary of FedEx Corp., the world's largest express transportation company, established the FedEx Purple Runway Aviation Scholarship for the next generation of aviation professionals. This is a $2.5 million investment spread out over 5 years to 5 different collegiate aviation programs to provide valuable education and training for aspiring pilots, aircraft maintenance technicians, and other aviation professionals. UND will receive $100,000 per year over 5 years to provide scholarships for students seeking a CFI certificate, an instrument rating on a CFI certificate, or a multi-engine rating on a CFI certificate. This investment in future professional pilots is the first of its kind within the air carrier community. The first recipient is Jordan Jupong. Jordan's bio was previously read tonight.
Our next recipient is Matthew Cleveland. Matthew is a junior from Sycamore, Illinois, majoring in commercial aviation with a minor in criminal justice. He is a member of the UND flying team and serves as the treasurer of the Alpha Eta Rho Delta chapter. Matthew also volunteers at the Grand Forks Mentor Center as a math tutor.
Sarah Crosdale. Sarah is a third-year student from Spring Valley, Illinois, majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations with a minor in Spanish. She is a current member of Women in Aviation and an active volunteer at the Aerospace Learning Center.
Taylor Flata. Taylor is a junior from Savage, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member of the Delta Upsilon fraternity and is the current president.
Mateo Garcia. Mateo's bio was read previously tonight. Nicholas Hamilton. Nick's bio was read previously tonight. Jared Hoffman. Jared's bio was previously read tonight. Karina Hewitt. Karina is a junior from Thief River Falls, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation and unmanned aerial systems operations. She is currently a member of Women in Aviation Photography Club, Wilderness Pilots Association, and is the secretary for Mortar Board.
Angelica Joven. Angelica's bio was read previously this evening. Next is Caroline Kelly. And Caroline's bio was also read previously tonight. Eva Kimball. Eva's bio was read previously tonight. Quinn McCarroll. Quinn's bio was read previously tonight. Next is Colton Nelson. Colton is a senior from Cheyenne, Wyoming, majoring in commercial aviation. He is an active member of the Tau Sigma Honor Society and has recently been selected to join the National Society of Leadership and Success. Colton is an alumni of the University of Wyoming and a lifelong Sig of Sigma Chi.
Cody Olski. Cody's bio was read previously tonight. Landon Parras. Landon is a sophomore from Rosemount, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He has an entrepreneurial mindset and is in the process of creating an aviation business.
Next is Rachel Schultz. Rachel is a junior from Horace, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation with a specialization in aviation safety. She is a member of UND's Women in Aviation and the AAAB Mentor Program.
Cody Siegelstrom. Cody is a senior from North Branch, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He is currently serving in the United States Marine Corps Reserve while being a full-time student. Cody plans on flying cargo after graduation and is striving for the opportunity to spend a career with FedEx.
Augustus Sanoeta. Augustus is a sophomore from Duxbury, Massachusetts, double majoring in commercial aviation and aviation management and minoring in music. He is the secretary of the Honors Program Organization, the meet director of the UND Swim Club, and the founder of the Flying Musicians Association chapter at UND. And our next recipient is Samantha Severneck. Samantha's bio was read previously this evening.
Our final recipient is Thomas Stevens. Thomas is a commercial aviation major from Goshen, New York. He's a senior and hopes to earn his CFI certificate this spring. He will be graduating in May 2024 and commissioning through Air Force ROTC. Thomas has been awarded a pilot slot with the Air Force Reserve and will be attending undergraduate pilot training after graduation. Congratulations to all of you.
All right, our next scholarship is the Frasca Scholarship. This scholarship was established with a gift from the Frasca family to mark the longstanding relationship between the John D. Odegard School of Aerospace Sciences and Frasca International, Inc. This year's recipient is Rachel Lampert. Rachel is a first-generation aviation student currently in the process of earning her private pilot license and is planning to continue her education while actively acting as a leader on the UND dance team and Spirit Squad. Congratulations, Rachel.
The Future of Flight Safety Scholarship, which is a new award. This scholarship will be given to an undergraduate student who is currently enrolled in the Aviation Safety and Operations degree program. Through research or in-class experiential learning, the student will have familiarity in using GE digital flight analytics products for the purposes of aviation safety and operational data analysis. This year's recipient is Michaela Gillis. Michaela is a senior from Phoenix, double majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations with a minor in atmospheric sciences. She currently serves as president of Aviation Education Student Outreach Program and is an active member of the UND Aerobatics team. Congratulations.
All right, our next award is the Eyesight Drone Services Scholarship, and our presenter for this award is Doug McDonald. Nope. Okay. This scholarship is awarded to students entering their senior year studying UAS flight training and have a desire to be employed as a UAS operator for a drone services organization. And we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient is Carter Schofield. Carter is a junior from Cedar Falls, Iowa, majoring in unmanned aircraft systems. He is a member of the UND Club's swim team and has been the team's treasurer for the last 2 years. And our second recipient is Sarah Vajevany. Sarah is a junior from Plainville, Massachusetts, majoring in unmanned aircraft systems on the low altitude track. She is the vice wing commander in the Air Force ROTC detachment here at UND. Sarah is also an active member of the Arnold Air Society, a professional honorary service organization, where she has previously served as the national vice commander. Congratulations to both recipients.
The MMOPA Scholarship. The purpose of the MMOPA Safety and Education Foundation Scholarship is to provide support to students at the University of North Dakota who show passion and commitment to pursuing a career in general aviation environment. The scholarship is renewable and funding can continue to be provided to the student so long as they maintain their GPA and demonstrate an ongoing intention to seek employment in the general aviation field. There are 2 recipients. The first one is Karina Hewitt, whose bio was read previously tonight. Second is Michaela Weiss. Michaela is a junior from Grand Forks, North Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and minoring in atmospheric science. She is a member of the UND flying team and helps out with aviation outreach organizations. Congratulations to you both.
All right, our next award is the Piper Aircraft Scholarship, and our presenter is Carly Shukier. The Piper Aircraft Scholarship was established by Piper Aircraft, a manufacturer of general aviation and corporate aircraft worldwide. This scholarship is given to a student majoring in aviation, and we have 6 recipients this evening. All right, our first recipient is Matthew Cleveland, and Matthew's bio was read previously tonight. Our next recipient is Taylor Flata. Taylor's bio was read previously tonight as well. Our next recipient is Matthew Heddick. Matthew is a sophomore from Minot Lake, South Dakota, majoring in commercial aviation and specializing in business aviation and aviation safety. He is a member of the Wilderness Pilots Association. Our next recipient is Emily Hull. Emily is a commercial aviation major from Buffalo, New York. She participates in events with Women in Aviation, Wilderness Pilots Association, and club swimming. Our next recipient is Munsung Koo. Munsung is a junior from Kwangju, South Korea. He is majoring in commercial aviation and aviation safety and operations. Prior to starting his academic journey, he served in the Army as a vehicle driver and infantry for 2 years. And our final recipient is Nicholas Pluta. Nicholas is a junior from West Milford, New Jersey. majoring in commercial aviation, minoring in atmospheric sciences, and specializing in aviation safety. He is a member of Alpha Ace, SAMA, ASA, and Alpha Eta Rho. Congratulations to all our award winners.
The Weather Modification Aviation Award. This award is funded by Weather Modification Incorporated in North Dakota. This scholarship is given to a student who has demonstrated academic excellence and has participated in the Weather Modification Pilot Internship Program. This year's recipient is Adam Chapman. Adam's a junior from Anoka, Minnesota, majoring in commercial aviation. He serves as president of his fraternity this year. Adam's dream career is to fly cargo internationally. Congratulations, Adam.
All right, we only got 94 more to go. I'm kidding. This is it. This is our final award. Okay. Our final award tonight is the Wings Insurance Aerospace Sciences Scholarship. This award is given to a student who is seeking an aviation-related degree and interested in a business-related career in the aviation industry. Our recipient tonight is Dominic Latovsky. Dominic is currently studying both commercial aviation and aviation management. Raised in Vail, Colorado, Dominic has always had a passion for aviation. His ultimate goal is to become a successful aviation professional. Congratulations, Dominic.
So I'm going to stress at the beginning. So we did try and shorten this up this year. So we're done pretty much right at the 90 minutes. I don't want to take anything away from any one of these scholarships or the donors that were here. Some incredible stories behind every single one of them. There's a better detail in the program. We have some outstanding students. I mean, this is just a sampling of the wonderful students here at the University of North Dakota. And so we can now take a break for next 30 minutes. Mingle for the recipients, donors, meet up with each other, and then we'll enjoy a great dinner over in the ballrooms on the other side. So thank you all for coming.